Hi, this is Charlotte from Vibe Manchester, and I'm here with Keanu from Self Help. Hi, Keanu, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
Good. And this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. Um, can you just give us a little bit of an insight? What is Mental Health Awareness Week?
Well, it's a time that we allocate in the year to essentially do just that, to be more aware of mental health. So it's something that perhaps we all have that idea in our mind about mental health. We hear the term, but often whether we take the time to really think about it, to consider our own mental health, that of those around us, we're not always prompted to do that. And that's exactly what Mental Health Awareness Week is about. There's nothing you need to do necessarily, but just taking that time to think about it, to think about those around you is exactly what it's about. It's what we're hoping to try and get across today, that message of taking the time to be more aware of mental health.
Oh, definitely. Why is it so important to have weeks like this, like Mental Health Awareness Week?
I think it's because, like I've said, we often don't take that time to stop and think about mental health. We find that there is definitely still a stigma about it. So many people experience difficulties with mental health. And we all have mental health. It's a completely normal thing, whether it's good or it's bad. It varies day to day, it varies week by week. And so it's important to have that time to really consider it, to think about it, to question whether we want to get some support, because it gives us the opportunity to, much like our physical health, do something about things that might be causing us problems or that might not be making us feel as good as we could do.
How can people engage with this week? What can they do to promote it?
I think it's about starting conversations with people about it. And that doesn't mean talking necessarily about how we feel and all of the things that we might think or the problems we experience. It might do for some, and of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But it might just be about starting a conversation with family or with those that we live with about mental health and what our thoughts around it are and what we know about it. And it's that spreading the word, it's that open discussion that takes away a lot of the stigma, that lets us recognize how normal it is when we hear people talking about it. I think that's the biggest way that we can get involved.
Yeah, it's not about the stigma of it, isn't it? It's making sure that we make it part of our everyday lives. I mean, what lessons should we take from the week into our everyday lives as going forward?
I think it's a prompt for us to have that discussion and to recognize that it doesn't need to be Mental Health Week for us to talk about it, to access support, to have those conversations with people. Now, I think that's the lesson that we can take away, that even though we've set this week specifically to think or talk about mental health, that doesn't extend just to the week. It's all the time. And the more we do that, the more people will come for support for things that are just so normal. There's nothing I would say that's different or strange about mental health. It's something we all experience. And so taking that away from the week, how normal it is, that talking about it can be really useful.
Oh, definitely. Oh, thank you very much for joining us today. And from myself and Vibe Manchester, thank you very much and have a really good week.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.